Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the world of hidden treasures as we explore the four most expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins, including the Susan B. Anthony Silver Dollar, the Sacagawea Gold Dollar, and the Jefferson Nickel with a rare P-Mint mark. Even in dirty or worn condition, these seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old coin, stick around, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. First up,
in the world of Australian coin collecting, few stories travel faster than the whispers surrounding the 2005 Australian 50-cent coin. People talk about it as if it were a ticket to instant riches, a lucky charm born from metal and myth, a piece of pocket change that could shift a person's fate. While not every whisper is true, the coin story is undeniably gripping, woven with details of mint marks, commemorative events, and the passion of collectors who know that sometimes the smallest objects carry the biggest mysteries. The 2005 50-cent piece is famous because it was struck during a time when Australia was releasing several special designs to celebrate its evolving national identity. This year was especially important because the Royal Australian Mint produced both standard circulation coins and a variety of collector-only versions that featured selective polishing, special packaging, and unique mint marks. These versions didn't just appear in daily spending, they were created for people who treasured coins like pieces of national art. Collectors often mention the Canberra Mint and the Melbourne Mint when discussing the 2005 issues, because each mint produced its own variations. These variations included polished blanks, sharper strikes, and clean surfaces that made some coins far more appealing than the worn circulation pieces. In the collector's world, even a tiny change in minting style can transform a simple coin into something people obsess over for years. Then there is the idea of gold sticker rounds that some people attach to the myth of the 2005 50-cent coin. While the coin was never officially minted with gold stickers, many sellers and collectors in local markets added decorative seals to make the coin look rare or specially packaged. Over time, these added decorations sparked rumors that such pieces were part of a secret mint release or hidden collector series. The truth is simpler. The sticker holds no official value, but the story behind it captured imagination. The heart of the fascination comes not from actual millions of dollars, but from the dream attached to old currency, because money that is no longer just money becomes a symbol of possibility. A coin that cost 50 cents when it entered the world suddenly becomes a vessel for hope, a tiny silver-colored disc that makes people believe fortune might be sitting quietly in their pocket, waiting for attention. This emotional value is often more powerful than the price tag. In reality, the true rarity of a 2005 Australian 50-cent coin depends on its condition. A fine condition piece, especially one stored properly, can still catch the eye of a collector who appreciates clean edges, preserved details, and that unmistakable shine that says the coin has lived a gentle life. Even without dramatic prices, the beauty of the design, with its multi-sided shape and crisp engravings, keeps this coin admired across the world. For many collectors, the magic of the 2005 version lies in its special proof and uncirculated sets. These sets were produced in limited numbers, packaged carefully, and marketed as collectibles. When untouched and stored in their original cases, they reflect the mint's craftsmanship like a mirror. These coins are not merely spent as currency. They are kept, protected, admired, and sometimes passed down through families like stories kept alive through generations. The 50-cent coin of Australia has always had a unique identity because of its dodecagon shape, 12 sides that make it instantly recognizable anywhere in the world. The 2005 issue continued this tradition, offering collectors a piece of the country's cultural legacy. When someone holds it, they're not just holding metal, they're holding a design that has become a symbol of Australia itself. As the years passed, myths around coins like the 2005 edition began to grow. Someone hears a rumor, someone else repeats it, and soon ordinary coins gain legendary reputations. Stories circulate like wind, coins selling for huge amounts, coins making people rich overnight, coins being unimaginably rare. Even though these stories rarely match reality, the energy they create is real, and it keeps the collecting world alive with excitement. Still, every myth has some root in truth. A perfectly preserved 2005 proof coin can sell for more than its face value, and certain varieties with specific minting characteristics can attract higher bids. Not millions, of course, but enough to make collectors feel the thrill of the hunt. And in the world of numismatics, that thrill is everything, the pulse that drives the passion. Whether your own 2005 50-cent coin is shining bright or carries the marks of time, its story belongs to you now. The dream attached to it, of fortune, of discovery, of hidden value, makes it more than just a coin. The story of the 1998 Australian 50-cent coin begins in a year when the Royal Australian Mint was quietly reshaping the nation's circulating currency, never imagining that a single design made of copper nickel could someday become the center of legends whispered among collectors. The 12-sided shape, already iconic across the continent, carried the coat of arms with its bold kangaroo and emu standing guard over the Commonwealth shield. But in 1998, something subtle happened: a shift in minting rhythm, minor die adjustments, and a production cycle that collectors would later study with almost spiritual attention. Even though the coin never carried a mint mark, every piece came alive under the pressure of steel dies striking metal with thousands of pounds of force, imprinting a snapshot of Australian identity into every ridge and recess. That simple process would become the seed of the stories that followed. As the years passed, collectors began noticing that certain 1998 50-cent coins developed quermit-faint die rotations, slight misstrikes, thicker-rimmed flans, and tiny imperfections that were never meant to exist. These were not errors that made global headlines, but were subtle enough that only the sharpest eyes caught them. People started claiming that a rare few coins, especially those kept in fine, untouched condition with unusual toning or odd gold stickers added later by owners, carried an energy that drew attention the moment they were picked up. These stickers, though never part of official minting, became symbols of luck, as if the coin glowed with a fortune-shifting aura. Collectors began telling stories of chance discoveries at the bottom of drawers, inside forgotten wallets, or slipped between pages of old books, only to bring unexpected wealth when sold to the right person who valued the symbolism, not just the metal. With time, the myth grew beyond the coin itself. The 1998 50-cent piece became a character in its own legend, a coin of destiny that could appear ordinary to the untrained observer but reveal unimaginable worth to someone who understood its journey. Many swore that if you held one under bright light, you could see the crisp geometry of its edges shimmer like a 12-sided talisman. In fine condition, free from the scratches and scars of circulation, the coin seemed to carry the weight of decades in a single gleam. Enthusiasts began trading stories of how possessing such a coin at the right moment brought sudden luck, a business deal turning profitable, a long-delayed opportunity arriving out of nowhere, a surprising windfall that felt too perfectly timed to be coincidence. However, the historical truth remains grounded. The Royal Australian Mint produced the 1998 50-cent coin as part of regular circulation, but history is never just the facts, it is also the narratives people wrap around them. And this coin became wrapped in one of the most captivating stories in Australian numismatic folklore. People described it as the sleeper treasure of modern currency, a coin that hides its value behind a mask of everyday simplicity. The world believed that only those with patience, curiosity, and a bit of daring would ever discover its real worth. Collectors still chase the finest examples today, particularly those kept untouched, shining with natural luster, edges razor-sharp as the day they left the mint. They imagine that somewhere out there, perhaps lying unnoticed inside an old jar of spare change, sits a 1998 50-cent coin that could change someone's life overnight in it because it sells for millions in reality, but because the story surrounding it carries the magic of possibility. In the world of coin collecting, belief itself becomes a kind of currency, and this coin has inspired more belief than almost any other modern Australian piece. If you hold one today, especially one that feels strangely heavy with polished shine or marked by a mysterious gold sticker added by a past owner, the legends say you should never rush to spend it. Treat it as a symbol of opportunity, a reminder that even the simplest objects can hide extraordinary stories. Some collectors keep theirs locked away like artifacts of hidden power. Others carry them as lucky charms, convinced that the coin's journey continues as long as it remains close to someone who understands its history. In the end, the 1998 Australian 50-cent coin stands not just as a piece of metal, but as a living tale, a coin with roots in real minting history and branches in imagination, myth, and the human desire for fortune. It is this blend of fact and folklore that gives the coin its unforgettable, fortune-changing aura, making it one of the most talked-about modern coins among collectors who love a story as much as they love a treasure. In the vast world of modern coinage, few stories rise from silence and sweep through collectors like a storm, but the tale of the 2003 Australian 50-cent coin stands apart like a treasure whispered by destiny itself. This coin, born in a humble minting year, hides behind its 12-sided armor a history that collectors describe not with facts alone, but with fascination, fear, and fortune. It is said that the year 2003 produced a handful of 50-cent pieces so unusual, so unusually preserved, and so oddly marked, especially those rumored to carry a tiny golden-like circular sticker or shimmering spot, that they became legends long before anyone even realized they were rare. Across the years, coin enthusiasts have retold stories of the 2003 mint mark versions that accidentally slipped into circulation with sharper strikes, richer luster, and unexpectedly fine detail, as if the minting machines paused for a heartbeat and created masterpieces meant only for those destined to find them. These are the coins collectors call the quiet giants, because they moved silently through pockets and drawers, unnoticed, until someone with sharp eyes discovered their hidden perfection. Some kept them unknowingly in wallets for years, never realizing they carried a piece of metal that others believed could command unimaginable value in the intense world of private collecting. What makes the 2003 50-cent coin so captivating is not just its metallic composition, it is the energy of mystery wrapped around it. Many claim that certain rare variations, especially coins in untouched fine condition, glow under light with a brilliance that feels almost intentional, as though the mint itself left a secret signature. The rumored gold-tinted circular mark found on a few pieces added fuel to the fire, creating stories of a secret production run meant for presentation sets, mispackaged and lost into circulation. Those who hold such a coin describe an unshakable thrill, the kind that makes the heart race and palms sweat, because they believe they are touching something far beyond ordinary currency. Collectors often tell tales of how a simple 2003 50-cent coin, discovered by accident in a jar of dull change, has the power to flip fate overnight. People speak of private auctions, silent collectors with deep pockets, and offers so surprising that the average person finds it hard to breathe. These stories, half truth, half legend, add to the coin's aura, making it feel less like metal and more like a doorway to fortune. Even those who do not believe in sudden wealth agree that the presence of such a coin can shake the imagination, especially when hidden features, mint variations, or unique markings appear under magnification like clues from another world. The history of this coin is not written in dusty books. It is written in the excited voices of collectors who swear that the rarest versions have life-changing potential. Some say holding a fine-condition 2003 50-cent piece is like holding a vault of opportunity waiting for the right buyer, the right moment, the right spark. Others say it is a coin that chooses its owner, appearing at the moment when its value is most needed. And then there are those who claim that its power lies not in the metal itself, but in the story, because stories can turn ordinary objects into priceless treasures. Every great rarity has an element of myth, and this coin is soaked in myth like a relic pulled from a forgotten island. The 2003 50-cent coin's journey through pockets, drawers, and decades has layered it with more mystery than certainty. Yet this uncertainty is what makes it irresistible. People whisper that in today's private collector market, one perfect coin could command attention that feels larger than reality, creating the illusion of fortunes rising overnight. Whether it is truth or imagination, the belief alone turns this small piece of metal into an icon of possibility. It is said that you must never treat such a coin lightly. Those who discover one in fine condition often freeze for a moment, unable to believe the weight of what rests in their palm. They look at the sharp edges, the brilliant strike, the unusual shine, and think of all the stories attached to its stories of destiny, discovery, and dreams. And so they protect it, refusing to give it away cheaply, refusing to let it vanish back into the river of everyday currency. Because if legends have taught anything, it is that some coins are not meant to be spent, they are meant to be kept, guarded, and respected. In the end, the 2003 Australian 50-cent coin remains a powerful symbol, not just of minting history but of imagination itself. It represents the idea that a small object, easily overlooked, can suddenly glow with extraordinary possibility. It reminds us that hidden among ordinary things are rare treasures that can rewrite fortunes, inspire hope, or awaken ambition. And for those who believe deeply enough,